They say a mother will do anything for her child, but in Mexico, one mother took that promise so far. She made the man who killed her little boy eat the flesh of his own daughter, and only confessed when he was already dead in San Luis, Mexico. 32-year-old Martha walked calmly into the public security office of Valle de Zaragoza and said she needed to report a crime. The officers expected a routine statement. Instead, Martha told them there was a dead man in her house, and he had been eating his own daughter. Months earlier, Martha's 3-year-old son had been run over by a drunk driver named Sergio on one of the city's main avenues. She filed a complaint, waited for justice, watched the system investigate, and then saw Sergio walk free for supposed lack of evidence. To the state, it was an accident. To Martha, it was murder. So she decided the law had failed, and she would write her own sentence. She lured Sergio to her home and overpowered him, tying him up and keeping him alive and conscious. For 15 days, according to her later confession, she tortured him slowly, keeping him hovering between fainting and waking. At some point, she brought in his own young daughter. What happened next is the part that turned this case into a whispered legend. Martha killed the girl, skinned and dismembered the body, and cooked parts of her in her small kitchen. She then fed the meat to Sergio, telling him it was food to keep up his strength while he begged for rest, begged to stop. Martha later said that when he told her he was tired and wanted to sleep, she would force him to keep eating. Only when he had finished did she take a hammer and beat him to death. Standing in front of the officers, she explained it almost plainly. When he said he was tired, I told him he couldn't rest. I forced him to keep eating, and when he finished, I killed him with hammer blows. Now he's dead in my house. If you want, I can take you there. Police went to the address she gave. Inside, they found Sergio's body tied up, lying face down, lifeless. In another room, they discovered the skeleton of a young girl, stripped of skin and internal organs, confirming the horror of Martha's confession. The case shocked Mexico. A mother turned torturer, a justice system so weak that vengeance became more believable than court sentences. To this day, the story of Martha is repeated online as the woman who made the killer of her son eat the flesh of his own daughter before beating him to death. If you want more real-world horror stories like this one, make sure you subscribe and like my content so you never miss the next nightmare.